Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Subby. Hey, I want to give a little bit more enhanced look at the possibility of seeing some severe thunderstorms on Monday. Some of the ingredients that I'm a little concerned about, as far as maybe some of the lacking ingredients that we will have on Monday. Now, according to the Storm Prediction Center, they have some pretty strong wording out there for our area. Just like we shown in the live stream earlier tonight, they have issued a 30% risk for severe thunderstorms right through west central Missouri, central Missouri, all the way over to St. Louis, and then back down all the way into eastern Oklahoma, with all modes possible, including some long track dangerous tornadoes. Now, this doesn't happen very often, not on a day four. Very seldom, maybe a couple times a year, do they ever issue an enhanced risk for severe storms this far out. So they're pretty confident. But I'm a little skeptical on that. One of the reasons I did a live stream earlier tonight was because we are on holiday weekend. Of course, happy Easter, everybody, and of course, want to get that out there. But so many people are going to be busy. They're going to be traveling. They're going to be going to Easter egg hunts. Just wanted to make sure everybody uh, remain vigilant and weather aware as we go into Sunday and Monday. So then, of course, there's no doubt we're going to have a powerhouse system that's going to be moving in. You'll see this come across right down here in Southern California as we put this into motion. And it is a very, very deep, low pressure system. And as it moves into the Midwest, it's going to have that ski jump appearance, in which you look for a very strong low pressure system. And of course, we're going to have some screaming winds coming in along that jet stream that will be coming up through southwest Missouri. Now, this is going to play a pretty important part where that line sets up, and I do believe right now it's it's going to be part of west central Missouri, but this area where you see the darker reds right now, according to the North American model, this is actually a GFS model. This is where the strongest of the winds are going to be, and with it coming out of the southwest, that's going to help aid in the rotational direction of these thunderstorms to possibly enhance them into supercells, and rotating supercells, you'll get large hail, and of course the possibility of tornadoes. So where this sets up is going to be one of the keys that we'll be watching. Now, also, what was lacking from our last storm system versus what this system is likely going to bring, and that's actually going to be the dew point. So, if we take a look at dew points for this time frame, let's give it just a second for it to load up here. So we'll start off in the low 50s, and for Saturday, notice these blues. These are 60-degree dew points. So we'll see with that south and southwest wind be ushering up that moisture here into the Midwest and into west central Missouri as we go into Monday. And as we go into Monday, notice we're going to be in the 60s dew points. Now, we're really going to be watching this, because if those 60s stay, say, along the I-44 corridor and south, then our threat of severe weather really drastically goes down on Monday afternoon. Now, will we still get hail? Likely. Will we still see maybe some damaging winds? That's possible. But as far as the tornadic threat, it will stay where the dew points are in the mid 60s. So you notice those 60-degree dew point, they don't go that far north. I mean, there's some little pockets and little fingers. So this is gonna be something definitely gonna be watching on the short-term models that will really start to be a key starting tomorrow night, Saturday night, and of course into Sunday. We will continue to watch this, and if we should happen to get those 60s encompassing most of Missouri and maybe up into southern Iowa, we might stand a better chance to see at least a minor severe storm outbreak here in the Midwest. So that's something keeping a very, very close eye on. Um, Another thing that is just a little bit concerning to me, as far as for the potential to see some severe storms. I want to take a look here at the the Cape. This is measured joule per kilogram. That is a measurement of energy that these storms have to be able to sustain, to be long track supercells. This is the energy. And we do have some as we go into Monday, but it's not overpowering. You kind of want to be sitting. You're looking at 1137. For a severe storm outbreak, so to speak, for numerous severe storms, numerous tornadoes, you typically want to see that up there around the 2000 mark or above, and we just don't get that during this time frame. Now we get close, but I do believe that we'll have some severe weather. I'm not saying we're not. But as far as any kind of severe outbreak, at least from the model data that I'm looking at right now, it's not looking overly impressive. But we are going to have wind shear. We are going to have a lifting mechanism with that front moving in. We are going to have energy for these storms to be able to grow into supercells. But I don't think this is going to be a severe storm outbreak, so to speak. So, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait until these short-term models get a better grip of real-time data. And again, those short-term models are going to be sampling the information gained from weather balloons that will be lifted off from all the National Weather Service forecast offices several times a day leading up to this system coming in on Monday. So we'll really have a better handle on what's going on probably tomorrow night, Saturday night, and I will likely do another video and post that either on our Facebook group or here on the website as well. And of course, any of these videos that you're catching on the website, you can watch it in its entirety on YouTube. You just go to Subby's Weather Talk under videos, and you will see this video plus any of my previous ones that I have done and posted onto the Subby'sWeatherTalk.com. So a lot of people, they don't have time to sit down and take a look at a little bit more detailed explanation. So I kind of want to just get the basics out there with the first live stream. And then do a little bit more of an expanded approach here on the website. So let's jump back over to Pivotal Weather, and also wanted to take a look at this area. This is going to be, let's scroll down and get here locally in Missouri, and let's take a look at hotographs. Now, photographs and T-skews, you guys, I look at these nearly every day. So if you remember, I mentioned that we're going to be under a cap. That is going to be something that we're going to have to overcome in order for these severe storms to actually take shape. So we're going to go into Sunday night into Monday. So here we are, Monday 1 p.m. Yep, I just fast forwarded everywhere. So this is, let's see here, Monday morning, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m. So the the Cape is not overly impressive. As we go closer, this is 10 a.m. again. I'm just kind of going backwards and forwards. This is at 4 o'clock, and this is at 7 o'clock. So, what you're looking for on these photographs is a very curved, kind of similar to this one over here in eastern Kansas. See how that has that upside down U shape, and then of course then you got some 90 degrees going up. So right here at the beginning of this line, right where the purple is, that's at ground level, and as it's going up, it's curving. And what that's telling you is that as you get higher in the atmosphere, the winds start coming out of different directions. And of course, you have to have wind shear. That's one of the basic ingredients for a supercell to form, is going to be wind shear. So there will, I mean, from what I'm looking at right now, there definitely going to be the potential to see some supercells from about 4 o'clock Monday to 7 p.m. Let's just take a chunk here in West Central Missouri. Let's take a look at the T-skew and hodograph. And you can see right here that the possible hazard type is marginal tornado. And what they look at the T-skew over here on the left-hand side. It looks like at 5 o'clock on Monday we'll be at 68 degrees, as well as a 61 degree dew point. So we're going to have plenty of moisture. And at this time does not necessarily look like we're going to be under a cap. Now, what a cap would be, you'd be able to follow this red line, and this right here, this line right here is the surface, okay? And as you go up, that's actually going up in the atmosphere. So if you're under a cap, typically right somewhere above our heads, right in here, you'll see this red line have a jagged, like a spike sticking out. That means that as that parcel of air is being lifted, it hits the area of warmer air, and it can't go up any further. So that's a cap. Now it's not. It's showing a pretty slanted line all the way up, so that parcel of air can keep going and going and going and going. So it doesn't look like we'll be under a cap according to this particular T-skew. And then of course, if you come over here to the hodograph, now notice right here is the surface, and as soon as you come off the surface, you see that it begins to curve, meaning winds are coming from different directions as you continue to go up in the atmosphere. And then you go up even higher, then it really becomes in different directions. So now this particular little curve is not overly impressive. So I say that is the reason why it's showing just a marginal risk for a tornado. But if you look back over here at the T-skew, these little flags here are the wind directions. So you've got south wind at the surface, southwest, a little bit south, a little bit more southwest, a little bit more, and then we kind of even out up here. It's all coming out of the southwest. So it's not overly impressive, but it is enough where we need to be concerned, because there's about a 58% match for a marginal tornado, and that is encompassing west central Missouri. So definitely going to be something we're going to be watching for. And again, it's not overly impressive on the energy that these storms will have. It's not overly impressive on the wind shear. but it is enough to create some severe thunderstorms, or at least the potential for severe thunderstorms here in west central Missouri for Monday. So that's going to do it for right now, guys. Just a little bit, kind of a little bit more in depth look at what I'm looking at on my end. And with this data, as it continues to come in, and again, I'm kind of excited to see what tomorrow night is going to bring. Now that we'll be talking about the short-term models and see what it's actually sampling at the different levels of our atmosphere, and we will have a better grasp on what we can expect on Monday. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you found this a little bit educational, and I enjoy to do these, kind of share with you my passion of severe storms, and I'll be doing more here in the future. So as soon as these short-term models come out tomorrow night, I will likely do another live video here and post it onto YouTube and our website. So I encourage you to check that out tomorrow night. And in the meantime, everybody stay safe. Have a great Friday night, and we'll be talking to you soon.